Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Out of Bounds Torontrois. I am your host, Gwyn.
And I am your co-host, Sapphire. I'm so happy to be here with all of you. I'm so happy to be here up here with you, actually.
Yes.
And here we are in Taco Taco is just a beautiful restaurant, lovely space here on Augusta Avenue. It's 319 Augusta Avenue. For anyone who is watching who is from Toronto and wants to stop by, we're having a great old time out down here right in the heart of Kensington Market. It's a perfect spot to grab some great food, some great drinks, hang out with friends. We're all just here to have a good time. If anyone in the chat is in Toronto and you want to find out more about Taco Taco, you can type !Taco Taco in the chat or go to their website at eattaco.canada.ca.
They really do have wonderful food here. They also, not just tacos, they have burritos as well.
I know. Hey, they got it all.
Yeah, no, I had a fish burrito last night. It was delicious.
Oh, I love that. But I hear there's word that something's coming up right now. Would you like to talk about that?
That's correct. We have Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble coming up, run by MapleStargirl. Have you played any of the Super Monkey Ball games?
I think I played a Monkey Ball game on my dad's iPhone in like 2008 or something like that.
They are very fun. And so we are going to toss it over to her, and we are going to get this run started.
All right. Hey, everyone. My name is MapleStargirl, or just Maple is fine. And this is going to be Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble World Tour Super Speed No Spindash with Amy Rose. Specifically with Amy Rose because this game is one of the few that has character stats. So I just like Amy's character stats the best for RTA, and especially in Super Speed. And especially with no Spindash. I'll explain the whole Spindash thing once we get into the run, because it's kind of a core part of Banana Rumble that we're not going to be using at all today. I do have Amy Rose up on stage with me as I do, to help hopefully give me some buffs. But I think I'm all ready to go, so gonna just give a quick countdown and then we're gonna be off because there are 100 stages to get through and this run's quite that easy. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go.
So Banana Rumble adds a brand new mechanic, the Spindash. The little wheel meter in the bottom right corner, that's what that is. We're not going to use it at all. Pretty much you hold down a button, it charges up, and then when you release that button, it releases a huge burst of speed that lets you jump and skip over a lot of stage on a lot of the stages. I recently started running No Spindash because I wanted to interact with the stages a bit more. So I wanted to sort of find skips that could be done just from raw movement. This stage is actually one of 3 that forces no Spindash, at least with Amy, to be in super speed as opposed to normal speed. Super speed is sort of, it's an alternate mode that is, as the name implies, you move at super speed. Like Amy does not normally roll this fast. But this next stage is sort of, I feel like, one that's not too different compared to No Spindash and the regular mode. Because it's just sort of, there's not really a good chance to Spindash except for right at the end. Also, I am making a lot of use actually in the first world of the game's manual camera. So Banana Mania, the previous game in the series, had a manual camera as well with the right joystick. This game takes it a bit further because there's a technique that we call cam locking, where you hold straight down on the right stick and it moves the camera so you're looking down and locks the camera in place. There's sort of a neutral view cam lock with a button press or a button hold and I sort of use both periodically throughout the stage. I also just use the right stick to move the camera around at times to sort of like help ease movement changing, and I'm gonna use the neutral camera cam lock here so I can back up and just sort of skip that entire stage. But we're in World 2. This world has a lot of skips. This is one of the most recent strats that I've found for the category. To just sort of skip right up to the top. That is the first time I've ever gone to 52 on that strat, though.
Ooh.
Now I'm going to try not to play this maze at all. Alright, there we go. That's how mazes are intended to be played. Now the next stage, Sky Garden, I'm going to go for a corner clip and skip about half of the stage, ideally. That was way too good of a clip. Let's try that again. Slow down, thank you. One of Amy's best strengths is her braking. Her braking and acceleration are both very, very good. But with some characters, there's no way that I would have been able to stop on that curve. Also, I need to slow down here because it's not really a Banana Rumble thing exclusively. It's just a marble roller thing. Conveyor belts are weird. And sometimes you'll just get seam collision and go flying way up in the air when you go at the end of a conveyor belt too fast. So on Conveyor Ride 2-6, it's actually very, very easy to clip and go flying over the goal and fall off the back of the stage, and it's always really annoying. Now I'm going to utilize the downward cam lock. Alright, that's the hardest strat in World 2 by a pretty significant margin, so I'm really happy with how smoothly that went.
Let's go. You crushed that.
Yeah.
And now, last stage of World 2, Grandfather Clock. I am going to skip one of the gears because one of the gears is excessively slow. There we go. It's not over yet because there are those clock hands at the very, very top. There we go. Alright, that's World 2 down. So World 3 is going to introduce a few mechanics. It's going to introduce switches. There are switches that play certain animations. Whoa, that is not a good clip. There are some that pause animations in place, and there's some that make them go in like double time. And then also there are wormholes in World 3 as well. That sort of, they're just portals. They teleport you to sort of an exit gate. Alright, that went really well. That stage is, the skip on that stage is not always easy. Now on Conveyor Avenue, I need to do a neutral flick so that way I don't have too much speed, so I can clip up there. I'm starting to forget what the order of World 3 is. Okay, got this stage. This is a pretty simple, just roll to the goals type stage. And, yep, I was a little bit worried about that. It is sort of a speed conservation stage. You can't go too quickly on Wavy Path, or else you can definitely get punished in ways that you cannot recover from. I'm going to hit the play button there and then pause it ever so slightly to raise that bridge up so I can get across the gap. I don't need to do that here because the gap is so small. 47's really, really good on that stage.
Let's go.
Wormhole branches. This stage is something else if you do IL speedruns or individual level speedruns in Banana Rumble, because in those you can use the Spindash, and let's just say that that stage is something else. Coming up is probably the hardest back-to-back of the first three worlds. Paddle Path is not my friend. That went really smoothly, though.
Let's go.
Woo! And Egg Pack. This stage is just bizarre. I don't fully understand how bounces on it work, I will admit. And I have like 500 hours in this game, and I still don't understand how that stage works. But now, the next three stages are pretty much just rolling for a while, so any messages from the hosts, this is a really good time.
I personally just want to say, like, I love watching monkey ball speedruns. I'm having a great time watching this run right now because they're so precise. I mean, people are gushing about it in chat. You're doing so well. Like, it's just amazing to watch. Can we get a round of applause for Maple?
Yeah, absolutely. I am just engrossed watching this.
Ooh, jeez. So, World 4, it has speed pads. There are two different types of speed pads. There are blue speed pads and there are red speed pads. The red speed pads,
Wow.
work faster, and yeah, that strat exists. Now this stage is really long and really boring. It's good old straw. It's kind of infamous in the Banana Rumble scene because in the sort of base normal speed with spin dashes World Tour category, this is sort of like one of the big strats that you have to hit, and it's pretty fickle. Fortunately, in this category, you just roll. Granted, it is very slow to do so, but that's now just done. So, speed pads, that's right. There are blue speed pads and red speed pads. Red speed pads are stronger. This is just a hypothesis on my part, but I'm inclined to think that the red speed pads exist because the braking on some characters is so ridiculous that I don't actually know if certain stages would be possible without them. I don't think any show up in base World Tour, but there is one that I'm thinking of specifically in World 6 EX or 6 Extra that we fortunately won't be seeing. Now this stage, there are 4 switches that spin around this pit. You're intended to hit all of them to lower all these walls and these bamboo poles. I'm gonna only hit 2 and lower the ones that I have to. And now we have boulders. So hopefully we won't be running into what makes boulders hilarious. They're pretty much just balls that you push around, and they can do some really funny things in terms of gravity. There's one stage coming up later in World 5 that there are clips of like people running on like say the right side of a boulder, and then they somehow wind up on the left side, flying sideways off of the stage. It's really strange.
Oh.
This stage, I'm gonna need a little bit of time to focus. Alright, that stage I think is probably the hardest in the first half.
Woo!
Yeah, good job.
And because I'm a ridiculous speedrunner, I always have to go for the thinnest possible wire because it's shortest, and it's not necessarily the most consistent idea. Now we got Rush Hour. Finally a stage in World 4 that's short. And that's World 4 done.
Awesome.
How many worlds are in World Tour?
World Tour has 10 worlds, and then World Tour EX has 10 extra worlds, pretty much just visually it's remixes of the base 10. And then there are also Ultimate Extras, or UEX, that have 2 worlds. Those stages are absolutely absurd. Those are like the sort of like Grandmaster stages, and unfortunately I'm not running them today.
I can only imagine how difficult those are.
Absolutely.
This already looks almost beyond my reach.
Who knows, maybe in my outro I'll pull one of them up just for fun. Alright, 44 is really good on that stage, especially since I didn't get the most optimal clip up. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now we got Rocket Launcher. We're gonna just get launched into the goal. Now, this is, in terms of strats, probably the most frustrating in the opening half. Push bar road, going to skip that cycle, and then... Perfect. So, I had to get a minuscule corner clip to go up into the goal consistently, because there's a ramp on the other side that goes up to the goal on the sort of like quote-unquote intended path. It also kind of acts as a backboard. that you can smack into and fly out of the goal without going in. And now this stage is something else. All right, nice. That is the second of 3 stages that forces Amy to run a complete no spin dash in super speed. Strikeout is tragically not possible with this character in normal speed. I think Baby might be able to beat that stage. I think Baby is capable of doing 99 of the stages, but there's one later in World 8 that I don't think even he can do. Also, that was Manhole. 20 seconds of pushing. Shoutouts to iSwimFly. Now we got Balls on Seesaws. This is the one that I was talking about with funny shenanigans, and I'm going to see if I can't get... Nice.
Let's go.
Nice.
That is the optimal arc. Now we got lateral waves, and then going to be entering the longest world of the run, which is World 6. And it is the longest world in the run for all of the wrong reasons. There are 3 auto-scrollers in this next world. And some of the other stages... I guess you could kind of argue kind of 5, actually. I need to just full send this stage. How many times am I going to get this clip strat? Think I need to pull back and fall in the hole? It happens every time. Now we got Elevator Maze. It's a maze, kind of, that has elevators. And unfortunately, as you might have noticed from real life, riding an elevator is kind of an auto-scroller. So this stage is kind of an auto-scroller. There are some really cool skips that you can do on this stage, but of course that requires spin dash, and I don't know about in super speed, but I know in normal speed it kind of requires this one dude named Easel. Easel can do things with his spin dash. Also, new strat, relatively new strat alert. I found this like last week. Had too much speed there. Too much speed again. I think I'm flicking the camera too early. There we go.
Good job. You're
So-
just too good.
Even with 2 deaths on that strat, it's still about the same time as just playing it out normally, and it's not any riskier. I really don't like that stage. I don't like it. Also, I'm gonna just completely skip long half pipe. That's one of my favorite stages in the game. And now this is who wants to ride a raft for 40 seconds? Yeah, we're gonna be here for a little while, so this is another really good time for messages from the host.
Well, actually, while we have you on the raft, I wanted to ask, this series is known for having motion controls. Now, are you playing with motion controls or controller right now?
I'm playing with a controller. I don't know if Banana Rumble has motion controls. I know that Banana Blitz on the Wii does.
Yeah.
I think Super Monkey Ball's Step and Roll, also on the Wii, has those, and you can also use the Wii balance board.
Ooh, that's fun.
All right.
And then I don't think you can get it anymore, but there were, I think, 2 games on the App Store that used motion controls, and I'm salty at those because I actually didn't hate the level design in those, but those made me more motion sick than any game ever has.
Oh, no.
So yeah, this is the last like full-on auto-scroller. With spin dashes and Baby, you can, and maybe the Among Us crewmate, I don't know if they're bouncy enough, you can just get like an edge clip off of one of the panels as it's like moving on its cycle and just fly up to the goal in literally 5 seconds. It's really cool IL strat. Now we got Symbols. This is it's a stage that exists. I don't mind it. This part kind of sucks though.
Very bumpy ride there.
Yeah. Who knows? I might pull up Symbols Updated during the outro. That's one of the ultimate extras, and it is absolutely hilarious. If anyone is familiar with the stage from the water world in Super Monkey Ball 2, Mad Rings. It's also in Deluxe and in Banana Mania. I'm gonna just play this safe and opt to lose a few seconds just to make sure that I don't end up getting destroyed because that stage is very obnoxious. And now we have Chakrams. This stage I sort of view as like, at least for me, this was like the real wake-up call stage in my first playthrough of like, oh, now things are getting difficult. It's a little bit of an auto-scroller because you have to wait for these cycles, but at the same time you also have to be moving around the rings. So it's like you're constantly doing stuff, except for the sort of like halfway transition. And now we're moving on into my favorite world, maybe in the series as a whole, Candy Castle. This is also the first pause strat, and I don't know if that... Yeah, that I paused too... I don't actually know if that's too late or too early. There we go. So, pausing in this game is weird. If you're cam locking and you unpause, it like jostles the camera around for some reason. But on that stage, that's sort of what is needed to make that strat work. Now we've got Swing Force, which is my favorite stage in the game, no matter how you play it. And there's the stage done. It's a sort of rotating wire stage, and I think it's really, really cool. Now we got Whipped Cream. If anyone from SMB2, Deluxe, or Banana Mania is familiar with the stage Domes, this is kind of like if they gave Domes personality and didn't make it as evil. Conveyor Factory. This stage is annoying. Okay, I'm like far ahead.
The candy theme in this is very cute.
Yeah, I love this world theme so much. I also really like the music here. It's just kind of a vibe. Now we got Swing Bridge. This one's just all around another stage that I think is really cool no matter how you play it, unless you crash into one of the bumpers. Let's try that again and not crash into a bumper this time. There we go. Move down here onto this bridge into the goal. Woo. Now we got 4 strats in a row that are all kind of wild. Let's hope that this one works because it saves a lot of time and looks really, really cool. Didn't really work. Ideally what happens is you just back up, go forward, and you get a really low hit that takes you straight to the goal. It saves 3 seconds, so it's not that big of a deal to miss it. But now I'm gonna opt to skip like half of this stage. I cannot believe I just stayed on there.
Excellent save.
Gonna knock those 2 off to make things easier. This is really bad, or this is really hard because my depth perception's not great. And falling into that goal specifically because of the way the animation works is weird. Now we got Press Machine. And I'm gonna just do that. I was so happy when I found that strat because I just think that it looks so cool to just move through all of the stamps without being stopped at all. And now I'm going to skip half of this stage. Maybe that... Yeah, that was... I should have taken an extra second to sort of restabilize. That was kind of sketchy. And there we go. That's how that was supposed to look. Alright, now we got World 8. This is my least favorite world. On pretty much every front. I don't really like the stages, I don't like the visuals, and I don't like the music. So I'm going to try to get through this as fast as possible. This next stage has a very unreliable pause strat that I found very recently, so I hope that it works because it looks really cool when it does, and I don't think it is. So yeah, I had to try to adjust on the fly there, and that's dangerous on a stage like this.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
That wasn't quite as smooth as the strat's supposed to be. I was holding down one of the buttons that you need to hold down for the quick retry because I thought I was gonna go off the back. I'm glad that I didn't. And that stage, Seesaw Jump, is the last one that forces this category to be in super speed, and I'm not sure if there's any character that can beat that stage without spin dashing in normal speed, unfortunately. Now we got Half Pipe Cross. This stage is kind of annoying at times. It's not right now, though. That went very well. Then we got Arch Bridges. This stage is so much cooler if you have the spin dash, trust me. You get to just fly over everything. It's still inconsistent no matter how you play it, because it's a hard stage, no matter how you play it. I'm gonna go up here, here. And now this next stage I'm gonna need to focus a little bit, because this is probably the hardest strat and either hardest or second hardest stage in the entire run. There we go.
Woo. Good job.
Thank you. Now we got like one breather stage with tilt switch. Just weave around the pyramids, jump and go in. And now we have Inconsistency Hell, also known as Switch Search, or 8-8. If you've ever played a marble roller and tried to get a clip off of a curved edge, it sucks. And that's kind of what you have to do on that stage to skip dropping down and finding all of the switches to bring that bridge down, like the game wants you to. But that, that's slow. We're speedrunning here. Now we got So Many Seesaws, one of the greatest stage names. That is one thing that I have to give World 8, is it has a stage called So Many Seesaws, and that is absolutely immaculate. Now we have this, if you ask me, this is the real domes of Banana Rumble.
We save it. We save it.
There's no way that should have saved.
Hey, that was excellent.
Yes.
That's never happened before. Alright, World 9. This one's obnoxious. That stage is really cool, though. Why is it obnoxious? This stage. This is an auto-scroller that sucks in every way. There's a sort of skip, the cycle skip thing that saves, like, I don't even want to think about how much time. There we go. Finally got that to go smoothly. But it's really hard, and I don't like it. Also, there's 9-5 and 9-9. But we're not there yet. We got Sundial. We got red speed pads because this stage is kind of cool. Now I'm gonna hold the cam lock stick down so that way I can see where I'm going into the goal. I really like that stage. That stage is very, very cool. Now we got Broken Square. This one I'm going to probably opt to take a little bit carefully towards the end here because it is so easy to just fall off of this stage and lose a bunch of time. So I'm gonna opt to take like 3.5 seconds of time loss to not try anything risky on that last bridge.
I was holding my breath in that one.
1, 2, 3, turn. All right, here we go. That's a bad start. Dang. So I was going for a cycle skip that requires excessively tight movement and saves, I think, about 10 seconds. Where I would have hit that button and gotten on this immediately, gotten over here as this pink bridge is swinging across, and hit the pause button just on time to get across 10 seconds earlier. It is very, very tight timing, though. Now we've got Mirage. I really like this stage.
Oh, this one's fun. Yeah.
I just fell through it. Game, you're not Super Monkey Ball Adventure. What is this?
That is just unkind.
That really has never happened before. Actually, it's never happened before to me. I have seen it happen to others. Why in the marathon? Now we got an auto-scroller that I think is actually genuinely a very cool stage. One of my favorites to do IL speedruns of. It's Spiral Zone. Fortunately, this is a one-act zone. That's a Sonic joke. We're just rolling.
You know, if the only thing I knew about this game was watching the footage of it, I would think this was like an Amy spin-off of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes, yeah. I love the Sega crossover characters
Yeah.
in the Monkey Ball
But
games.
she just looks like she fits. Like,
This is where she goes.
Bounce, 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 goal. Wow. Alright, now we have one of my least favorite stages in the entire game. I'm going to back up a little bit and jump over that fast forward switch so that way I don't have to hit a play switch later to slow something down. Jump across there. And then go in the goal.
Let's go.
And now we have Angel Ladder. This is one that I cannot figure out how to get the fastest line consistently for some reason. But it looks like got it that time. High 48 to 49 is really, really good in this category. Woo. And now we have one world left. World 10, Astrum. We're in space now.
Wow. Space.
Gonna just skip that stage. There are 2 stages remaining that are excessively difficult or problems. This is one of them. There's maybe potentially a third, depending on your point of view. Okay. That works, I guess. Now we got one of my favorite stages in terms of just movement, sliding sticks. This stage is a very, very cycle and route dependent. So we're going to take the route that has the shortest cycles. And now it's just a little bit of a waiting game here to get over to the goal. Could have gone a little bit earlier, but I wanted to play it ever so slightly safe. Now this stage could be a problem. Alright, cool. So that big sun in the center of the second obstacle is like a projectile emitter. So you have to be sort of careful how you're going around. Now Tornado Ring. This is a stage that gave a lot of players on their first playthroughs a lot of trouble, and even after their initial playthroughs, it's just a really, really hard stage. Fortunately, in Super Speed, pretty much everyone can just go over the top and make it a lot easier. And now I'm going to need a little bit of focus time because this is the hardest stage in the run.
Let's go.
Okay.
First try. Okay.
40 is ridiculously fast for that. Now we have 3 stages left, so time is going to be coming up before too long. This is just a really cool stage. There is a way to skip this cycle here. I have not figured out a way to make it consistent yet, though, which makes me sad because it saves 4 seconds and it looks super cool to just keep going in quick succession. Now, 10-9. Take it in while you can.
Okay.
Because it's already over.
I've taken it in.
Good. And this is the last stage, Curvy Coaster. So time is going to be when I pass through the goal. So be ready on that. It is a little bit of a scary goal entry, I won't lie. Going to avoid a lot of speed pads, and then there's like a speed pad climb towards the end that I'm going to actually be pulling back on quite a bit, because in super speed it can be bad to have too much speed coming up here. And time.
Woo! Let's go. GG's, Maple.
What was that time?
That was 31 minutes and 41 seconds.
That missed world record by 4 seconds.
Oh, what a good job, though.
Jeez.
That That is a marathon PB for me. That literally came down to phasing through the goal on Mirage.
Wow.
Wow, let's get another round of applause. That was a wonderful run.
All right. So, I want to real quick give a few shout outs. For one thing, shout outs to this stage. Shout outs to Lady Arcaders for having me. If I had first tried that stage without practicing it in like a month, that would have been hilarious. Yeah, shout outs to Lady Arcaders for having me here and for just being a really, really cool and welcoming and supportive community to be a part of. Shout outs to the Super Monkey Ball Banana Era speedrunning community. Running these games alongside all of you has been such a blast for the past almost 5 years now since Banana Mania came out. Shout outs to my lovely, lovely girlfriend, Amity Moonlight. I love you so much, honey. Shout outs to all my friends at Fast Pace Events, or FPE, for being just such a wonderful group of friends to be a part of, and for all of the really cool opportunities that I've had as a part of the team. Shameless plug, you can find me on Twitch, YouTube, and Blue Sky at MapleStargirl. Also the Snowball Orchard on YouTube as well. I do a lot of indie games, Super Monkey Ball, and Sonic stuff. I also host IL battle or individual level speedrun battle tournaments for the Banana Rumble speedrun community, and there's actually one going on actively right now. It's a procrastination style tournament, so they usually take a few months, but they're always such a blast and so much fun to run and see everyone put in so much effort to try to take the banana crown. Yeah, once again, thank you so much to Lady Arcaders for having me. This was an absolute blast.
Thank you so much, Maple. That was such a good run. Can we get, thank you for another round of applause for Maple. Are y'all having fun here in Toronto? Woo! I know I am.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love the Lady Arcaders. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have got a interview segment coming up after this.
Yeah, it's with some people I have gotten to know very well over the last year, and someone I got to know very well over the last day. But yeah, it's going to be a women in the gaming industry interview between Casey, Swamp Brat, and Cataraptor.
Yep, and then after that, we will be back with another game. We will be speedrunning Filtration.
So for the folks who are here, and I mean also the folks at home watching on the Twitch stream, I would love to mention some of the lovely merch we have set up for Out of Bounds Torontrois. I mean, if you're here right now, you can go check it out at the table right over there next to like where you would go to get some food. There's like, we got a sports themed event, so we got some sports themed merch. We have a jersey over there, courtesy of Crime. We don't have any in person to sell, but they are on the website. And also, if you're in chat and you want to check that out, it's !mark merch. But we have the jersey, we have a mouse pad, which is so beautiful. We got scrunchies, posters, stickers, everything you could hope for, anything that you want a Lady Arcaders logo on, and some. I mean, like, I'm personally going for one of those desk pads.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. The artwork is all fantastic on all of the merch.
I know, like, the artists just genuinely such an amazing job. So many people, talented people, put in so much time and effort in there.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Also, every purchase helps support us, the Lady Arcaders, in all of our future events, all our programs and tech. You know, we wouldn't be here without the generosity of people who help support the Lady Arcaders. Yeah, it's really awesome. It just, you know, if you want to go chat to Momo back there, I think she's back there right now.
Yeah. Also, in case nobody was aware, the reason that we are having a sports theme is because FIFA is happening in Toronto. I only realized this yesterday while I was hosting.
I realized when I booked my flight, and I was like, dang, oh yeah, the World Cup is happening. Oh yeah. I'm very much like go sports ball kind of gal.
I'm much more into basketball, so soccer kind of snuck up on me this year.
Oh, did you watch the conference, the finals for the NBA?
Oh, women's NBA.
Women's
actually.
NBA.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
love that for you.
Yeah. No, Toronto just got a team this year, the Toronto Tempo.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
So it's a good time to hop on if you live here in Toronto.
I know it's a big year for women in sports. It's a big year for women in gaming. I feel like it's a big year for women.
Absolutely. Women keep winning.
And I'm always saying that actually. Now, I'm very excited for this interview coming up because I'm not in the gaming industry at all. I just enjoy games, but I do genuinely, that is something I really love to learn about is women in the gaming industry, and especially I know how hostile it can be sometimes to marginalized communities. And so I just, you know, I'm really excited to just see what Casey and Kat both have to say about, you know, working in the industry and working on things that they love and cherish.
Yeah, absolutely. Toronto has such a grassroots video game development community, and so every time you talk to anybody who works here in games, it is always a treat, and I'm very excited to just see how everyone's doing.
Yeah, it was really amazing. So we're here as a part of Toronto Games Week.
Yes.
And actually on, I believe it was Saturday night, there was a little, like, a indie game arcade showcase where, like, they just had a bunch of indie games in the park, and that was amazing. It was just a lot of fun to see these people showing off these great video games that they've been working on. And I saw one that was like, it looked like Ultra Kill mixed with White Knuckle mixed with like Skate Story.
Oh, that is fantastic.
It just looked amazing, and I'm very excited to check it out.
Yeah. No, the parkade is always fun. I was there first year. Last year I didn't get out. Obviously, yesterday I was busy here. But Toronto Games Week is a highlight of every year. If you are really into games, if you're into game development, if you're a game professional, Toronto Games Week is a great thing to come out to.
I love seeing the love in chat for the Victoire. Yeah, I live in Portland, Oregon, and I'm very lucky. One of my good friends that I met through speedrunning, they actually started they invited me out to a couple of the Portland Thorns games, which is the women's soccer league that's over there. and genuinely just an electric vibe. It's just really amazing to be surrounded by other visibly queer people in a scenario. You know, when I was growing up, I'm like, oh yeah, sports are for mass.
Right.
you
Yeah.
know?
Totally.
And it's really amazing to see everyone being unapologetically themselves and just enjoying what they want to enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that is a huge part I love about women's sports too. It is really lovely to just see how much support and how inclusive women's sports are.
Yeah. And they've gotten so popular over the last like year and a half, 2 years.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like absolutely exploded. I know like all over like North America, all over the world, like they're just growing and growing, and it's genuinely amazing to watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah, hit me.
If you could be any kind of fruit, what kind of fruit would you be?
Well, I'm already a fruit.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, you know, like the thing that grows on the trees.
Oh yes, yeah. Let me see. Probably. Well, I've always liked peaches,
Yeah,
so maybe a peach
yeah,
because they're like fuzzy and soft.
yeah, and like sweet and like
Yeah.
so versatile. You can
Yeah.
have it in yogurt. You can have it in a pie. You can have it in cobbler.
very much so.
Yeah.
Also, dragon fruits are very cool, though.
Oh, they're so cool. I love
Yeah.
looking at them.
Like a dragon fruit already looks like a fruit version of somebody's persona. So, like,
Yeah.
maybe dragon fruit too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a dragon fruit peach hybrid.
Ooh, that's an interesting concept.
I don't know what that would look like or what that would taste like, but
I'm like kind of. Yeah, no, that's good.
personally, I think I'm kind of like a raspberry where I can be kind of sour. I can be really
Yeah.
sweet, bright red,
Yeah.
because I burn really easily in the sun.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. What about vegetable?
Ooh, I'm not gonna. Zucchini
Oh, that's a great choice. though.
goes in everything. Great with a stir fry.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
mom- I mean, my mom used to make zucchini bread all the time. So
Mine too.
yeah. How about you?
I was literally going to say zucchini.
Oh my God, we're twins.
Yeah.
Oh my God, twins. Co-host twins.
Vegetable twins.
Oh my God, hey vegetable twin. And then that interview is coming up very shortly. They're just finishing up some of the last little technical things with it right now.
Mm-hmm. And after this interview is going to be the game Filtration. Have you played that at all?
I have not played Filtration at all, actually.
Okay, it should be quite exciting to watch. Yeah, it's one of those games which has got an aesthetic.
I love a game with an aesthetic. Just a very specific one. You're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's that game.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, coming up also later, we have so many other amazing games coming up tonight. We're going to be here at the venue until roughly, I think, like 12:30 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, it's a long day.
Yeah, we got some bangers coming up. We have Super Mario 64, yes, Absalom. We have LA Noir coming up later. If you are in chat or here, there's a QR code here at the venue if you want to scan it and check out the schedule. Or in chat, you can do !schedule and see all of the amazing games and interstitials we have coming up for the rest of the day.
Yeah, including we have more marble racing coming up later, in person this time.
Live and in-person marble racing.
Yeah.
But it's inbounds marble racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one we don't. If you clip marbles out of bounds of the real world, it gets pretty nasty.
Yeah, break something.
Yeah. That new Backrooms movie is about that.
That's what I heard, yeah. I actually watched it, and yeah, it's all about out of bounds marble racing.
I really liked that movie.
I really did
Yeah.
like it. And then I would also, like while we're just here, while we're talking about Lady Arcaders too.
Yeah.
We run a twice weekly event. It's called Attract Mode. It happens Thursday nights and Sunday mornings, or Sunday afternoons at 2, Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Genuinely, if you have something that is video game related that you want to submit to Attract Mode, I am like every ounce of my being, I'm encouraging you to submit. We do everything. If you want to bake a cake, if you want to show off your Animal Crossing village, if you want to make something in Minecraft, if you want to do a speed run, a high score challenge, anything that your heart wants that is video game related, then honestly submit it. You can do it at ladyarcaders.com/start. Submissions are always open, and if you're in chat, you can also type !AM to learn more about it.
Now, I know everyone keeps saying the if you bake a cake, etc. Now, has anyone submitted a cake yet?
So no one has baked a cake at the in the Lady Arcaders Super Showcase last year, which is our annual charity event.
Yeah.
We actually did have someone who submitted a cooking showcase where they cooked Stardew Valley recipes.
Oh, that is fantastic. Because I was thinking, if no one's taken that yet, I might need to,
There,
make a cake.
I have something I might be cooking up, wink, wink, for an Attract Mode showcase later on. But yeah, just literally anything that your heart wants. It's also a very not high stress environment to try out the things that you enjoy. It's very calm. It's literally just chill.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about being in front of a camera if you don't want to. You can enjoy the game how you want to. It's just I cannot stress enough how low stress the environment is. It is just so fun to participate in every aspect of it. You can, if you don't want to do your own commentary, you can ask for a commentary buddy, or you can bring on your own commentators. You get to meet new people in the community. That is one of my favorite parts, hosting for people I haven't met or I haven't known, or getting a host who I don't know yet.
Yeah, no, and it is a great community to hang out with. Like everyone in Lady Arcaders is so wonderful.
It's just truly so amazing. All right, and I am hearing now that Women in the Game Industry interview is happening. It's ready to go. We're about to have it. If y'all are ready, we are sending you over to them right now.